Alright, so the kids just dropped and thought I might as well do this for once. Cause I don't know, whatever. Alright, so for Jiji, the skill standard shit, not that good. I don't know why it's gotta be such a high cooldown for only a 30 arts skill, but it's probably because of 6k multiplier, which is relatively high for a skill, but I do not think that is any reason to make the cooldown an entire 14 seconds. Almost skipped the slots. Also, he's Dark Demon. MDD is dead in the water. I don't care what anyone says. That shit's bad. But, and he's Fizz too, so like, you can't even, it's not even as good with Summer Rosetta. Like, sure, the super art, but like her true art doesn't help, you know? So the slots are slots, I guess. I don't know. I would have liked a support slot, maybe. And I get that he's a DPS, but like 4-star heal, what? Like, I don't know. Like, I know he's not an Arch Center, but like, come on, give him a 4-star support, bruh. Okay, normal arts. This is when I first noticed something. The flinch res on normal arts. This was when I was first like, oh, that's like Shadow. But he gives everyone 100 arts. First use with demon allies, another 100 arts. I'm assuming that adds on top of it, so 200 arts for demons and then 100 arts for everyone else. So that's cool. You can like save that if you need a quick arts or something for like a nuke. Like if you're doing Delia Nova, you can like use that during her half nuke and then get a free 100 arts to do a super art faster again. But it's like, okay, that's something. True arts. Okay, so Shadow TA, 20% more res down though, but without the evasion, and it's dark, not fizz. That's something, I guess. Sure, moving on. Super arts. Wow. Didn't they say a massive multiplier, guys? Oh my gosh. Look at this. This unbelievably massive 220k multiplier. Wow. It's not like it's the same thing as Okarun or, you know, smaller than H-Site, Saito, etc. And it's kind of pathetic, honestly. For 20 seconds, increase own damage. The higher current HP is 300% up. Okay, so bro is 20k more multiplier than Stark, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure Stark is 200k. And then no attack ratio passive. Okay. 300% damage up. That's like one Stark TA plus his passive damage up from his ratio passive. But without the massive res down on the super art, you gotta ramp true arts for that. Like, it's looking like, it's kind of looking like a Stark, but you're ramping for res down instead of damage up, with less potential for damage overall, even with the ramping res down, because he doesn't have the attack passive. But I mean, Stark is like, it's not like Stark has a Kenshin, right? Hint, hint. Anyways, when HP is above 80%, accuracy by 50%, I feel like they probably could have gone higher. Like, there's a lot of units that have like 100% accuracy on stuff. I feel like they could have had 100%. I mean, 80% is a pretty high condition. When it's above 50%, ignore enemy's defense. I mean, sure, I'll take it. I don't really care for it, but I'll take it, I guess. Increase damage to human enemies by 40% and Dark Allies B output by 10%. Both just completely, who cares? Alright. That is a true weapon of all time, I guess. 100% damage up, 10k multiplier, 50-second CT, 3 APS, making it mandatory pretty much. So, that's kind of pathetic. Overall thoughts on Jiji? Selfish Shadow with 0 Archgen and a mid TW. I was trying to say true weapon and TW at the same time. A mid true weapon that you have to use because of 3 APS. Garbage. I think this dude is genuinely garbage. If you're purely using him for that true art, that's something, I guess, but like, shit, man. I'd just still rather Shadow. If you're using him in like mag comp or some shit, then I'd just rather deal Rim for the res down. Then at least it's general res down, and it will work on anyone. Plus, he has more arts per second, and he has that damage res when below 50% too. So like, I'd rather just deal Rim for the res down. Plus he has a 5-star heal slot and a support slot, so it's just better. Yeah, Jiji's kind of dog shit. Alright, Aira. You know that hint I said about Stark not having a Kenshin earlier? Well, would you look at that? Fire is now relevant. 5-star defense, 4-star support, 5-star fizz, with a 4-star heal on LB7. These should have been Kenshin slots. This would have been beautiful if these were Kenshin slots. This is what I wanted from Kenshin slots. Fire spirit, baby. Hell yes. Ignore all that other shit with all that fucking anything with like human killer, demon killer, any of that. Nah, spirit, bro. I can only think of one spirit killer stage. That's Earth Summoner's Road 5. That is the only thing I can think of that counters spirits. Off the top of my head. I'm obviously not like diving deep right now, but you know. Alright. For 6 seconds. And I only know that because I tried to do Mono Spirit one time and I didn't even freaking know it. Because I was going to use Freerun because I'm lucking her and I wanted the luck in SR, but it insta-killed her and I was like, what the hell? And I was like, oh, I didn't even know that, but whatever. 14-second CT. 2k fire damage. Already looking like, what the hell is this shit? 14 seconds is only 2k? What does that skill do? Oh, what the heck? 6 seconds, so has plenty of room for improvement with skill CT. With 5 arts per second. Okay, so 30 arts, 14-second skill. A little over 2 APS for everyone. That's pretty solid. Hopefully she has some skill CT to make that even better, because that's plenty of room for improvement. You could cut that down by 8 seconds. Alright, the arts. Why is this literally just Ubel arts with 20% more accuracy? That's some, alright. I don't really care for that. So far she's looking like eh. And then I saw that true art. 50k multiplier. Could be higher, whatever. She's fizz at least, so that's good. Each time true art is used, permanently increase fire allies attack by 50%. Alright, she's already fucking insane for mono fire. Goated. She is already goated. They got the Kenshin for mono fire. And then I saw that additionally for 25 seconds. That's longer than Kenshin's true art. What? That's what I wanted from Kenshin true. She has like everything I wanted from Kenshin. Like, Kenshin is just 100% damage up on normal art. No accuracy. He is, he's only 20 seconds on the true art. It's like, I want more from that. But then, skill CT by 100%. So 100% means that it goes twice as fast, meaning you're cutting it down by half. So that brings it down to 7 seconds. So you could still run a skill CT crest if you want to for maximum efficiency and bring it down to probably around 6. So that's just kind of goated, meaning you have full uptime of 5 arts per second. So less arts than Kenshin by 1 APS. Downside also being that in auto it's going to suck because you have to use skill for her arts, meaning it's going to have to let the whole skill play out. Now, I don't remember her animations, but I just hope they're not long. Um, but that's kind of goated. So you could just rotate True and Super probably pretty easily. And then, get this, Mono Fire doesn't really have many leader passives that I can think of, if any. But she's got two. Well, I guess there's Shishio, but for 20 seconds, reduce enemies' fire res by 160%. If own self is leader, reduce enemies' fire res by 240% instead. What the hell? That's goated. Goodbye, Shizu. I don't need to burn for this. I don't need to bleed for this from Velzard. It just works if she's leader. Now, I personally wouldn't. I probably would not use Shishio with her in the same comp for one reason. That's like 2 units that you're taking up right there, and I wouldn't consider either of these a DPS. So it's like, and they're both like relatively like low archgen. Like it's only like 5 per second each, right? And but this will, she's not even full uptime, so it's like it's a little worse. So it's kind of rough. Like they're both so good, but like I kind of want more arts, Like Raku with the support slot as well, like the 5-star support slot would be better arts gen because it's more arts and a support slot. She's got that 4-star support, which is nice, but um, I would probably take her. No, not probably. I would definitely take her over Shishio because it's the main reason is because probably that's just the res down. Shishio has good res down as well, but like Arts is a little slower when he's in the comp. I feel like Arts is just kind of slow in general in Mono Fire. And it's just kind of, yeah. Shishio, he's like a great unit, but in practice he's kind of slow. I'm not gonna lie, because like unless you also have like Summer Iris and Raku in the same comp, he's kind of slow. But so I'd probably have Aira. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Aira, because it's the same arch gen, but you get more res down, and that's probably more important because with this attack up thing, it's gonna work great with Stark and Katso, like either one, because she's fire res down, so she works with Mag and Fizz. So either one of those two will work great with her. And like if you're using Kato, he already has his own damage res down, so you wouldn't need Shishio's TA from that. And they already have so much damage up that Shishio's SA isn't as needed. So plus, well, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but one of the biggest reasons why I would choose her over Shishio is this passive. This isn't leader passive conditional, by the way. This is just her normal passive. Increase allies with 50% HP or more damage res by 30%. That's like Kenshin passive, but 10% less, and then remove the time limit. Of course, it is HP conditional, but so like it won't work the best like with Kiri, for example, because Kiri wants to be low as a taunt tank, because Truth of Eternity crest. But at the same time, like this is kind of goated. Like if you're using Summer Iris, Aira, Raku, and Stark, for example, Stark's getting like skill constantly that you can use between every time he does an art because of the skill CT. So you got a barrier, and then you got 45% passive damage res from Raku and Iris, and then you got 30% from Aira. So you have passive 75% damage res and a spammable 1k barrier from Stark with 2 5-star defense slots. That's pretty good. And then only problem I would see is your only real heals are from Summer Iris's heal slot, or if you have Raku, it'll be 7, which I don't recommend. So that kind of sucks. But you could have like a smart skirt on Raku as well, so that works well. And then I don't know exactly how well that comp will work. I'll have to test it out. But I mean, it sounds like it's something. Like maybe not for like high damage bosses, like maybe not like a Nova, but for like normal content, that sounds like fun comp to use. I don't know, for like fire runes or something maybe. You could also like swap Raku for like Vpris. Let's see, or swap Iris for Vpris. Then she has 1% attack and defense ratio, so that's really good. Let's just hope her stats are relatively high. 2 APS on the true weapon. So that's good. The rest of it's kind of whatever, but I mean, I'll take the res down, so that's cool. These equips, I'm not gonna lie, kind of buns. This is literally the same exact thing as Shadow's outfit, but Fizz. This one is Gay Bolg, but on next super art, instead of just general damage up, I don't really like that, I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather just use the chapter 25 secret equip and have more accuracy and 20% less damage up. This is dog shit. This is Bazette's apron for mag. I mean, I don't ever use Bazette's apron, I'm not gonna lie. But, I mean, this is definitely something. Maybe if you missed, like, Stark outfit or something, but it's only half uptime, so I don't know. This is just a cop-out. Instead of giving us Amelia's casual dress or Ein's cloak, but for Earth. This is like Lucy's top, but long-ass CT, so it takes forever to ramp. Kind of buns, not gonna lie. And the damage up was only like a quarter uptime. It's kind of just bad, I'm not gonna lie. Because you need like 2 minutes just to fully ramp this shit. Like, what the hell? This thing, this is actually pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty solid. It's the 100 arts starting for light units with 60% mag damage up. It's just like 20 more arts, 10% more damage up Rin outfit kind of thing. But it's light conditional, so I guess it would be more like Non-On's outfit, but 10% more damage up and it's mag instead of light. But yeah, this thing's solid. Not really necessary if you have Rin outfit or Non-On's tracksuit. And this is a farmable. It's kind of just a farmable, whatever. Login bonus is just kind of sad. For JP at least. I don't know if it's the same on global, but whatever. Yeah. 30 crystals. Not even a full 50, what the hell? But that's that. Selfish Shadow. Garbage. The whole reason Shadow's good is because he's all AoE. Fire Kenshin, but sadly the arts is on skill, so you gotta kind of deal with that on auto, slowing you down and slowing down your arch gen as well. Because on auto, it's gonna let that whole skill animation play out before it does an art. And then if your arch gen goes down during that art, because you had to, because like let's just say the skill animation is like 2 seconds, right? That's already a third of your arch gen time gone. And then let's say you have like a 5-second animation on one of these things, which I'm pretty sure one of her animations is pretty long. Then like you're already a second down on skill, and then she has to like finish the animation, get back like ready, and then walk up to the enemy, and then do the skill again before you get arch gen again. So that kind of sucks on auto. But when you can just tap the skill for instant arts gen, and then just instantly do your art, and then just be ready to instantly tap skill again the second the arts is over, then it's pretty good for manual. But auto, like, I don't, it's kind of bad. Quips, kind of just bad, or just like slightly better versions of something else, or just a side grade kind of thing. I don't know, kind of mid. Overall thoughts for part 2, summon for Aira. If you have a good mono firebox and are just going to use her for manuals and not autos. Otherwise, the whole thing's kind of just mid. It's seeming like Freerin all over again, kind of fumbling shit. Like, sure, Aira's usable, but... Oh, they finally put the stats out for Aira. Or maybe it was just Jiji's that was missing. Attack looks decent. 4K standard. So it's going to be like around like 4.3K. Sorry, I'm tired. Yeah, 4.3K because of the support slot around there. And then maybe around like 400 extra, so from the Tasmans without OB7, so 4.7K default. So that'll be decent. I'm not expecting like any damage from her, but it's nice to, when she does something at least, you know, when you're rotating true and super. Even though she has a small multiplier, it's still like big damage up and big res down. But I'd say skip the equips, honestly. Summon once for Aira. Do half-offs on Okarun that's out right now. Yeah, it's just kind of mid. Kind of fumbling like they did for Freerin. But that's all. It's my 3 a.m. rant, half asleep, about part 2. See you guys next time a banner drops. I might do another one. I don't know. But yeah, one guaranteed, skip equips.